Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be here today, and I want to talk about something that can change your life, your mental strength. You see, in life, we don't get what we wish for. We get what we work for. And mental strength, that's the foundation of every great achievement. It's what separates those who succeed from those who quit. So let's break it down. The mind is a powerful tool, capable of shaping the reality we experience. Every great achievement, every success story, and every extraordinary life begins with a single element, the right mindset. Your mindset determines how you see challenges, how you respond to adversity, and ultimately the results you achieve in life. If you want to become mentally strong, the first step is to master your mind, because everything else follows from there. Imagine for a moment that your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant, whether good or bad, will eventually grow. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and excuses, you will harvest failure, frustration, and mediocrity. But if you plant seeds of confidence, discipline, and belief, you will cultivate strength, success, and resilience. The question is, what are you feeding your mind every day? What kind of thoughts do you allow to take root? Most people live their lives controlled by their thoughts rather than being in control of their thoughts. They let their emotions dictate their decisions. They allow fear to paralyze them, and they focus on problems instead of solutions. But mentally strong individuals know that thoughts can be trained, just like muscles. They don't allow their minds to be dominated by negativity, self-doubt, or external circumstances. Instead, they consciously choose to shape their thinking in a way that serves them. One of the most important habits of mentally strong people is the ability to recognize and replace negative thoughts. It's easy to fall into a pattern of thinking that weakens you. I'm not good enough. I'll never succeed. What if I fail? But these thoughts are just that, thoughts, not facts. And just as easily as they appear, they can be changed. Instead of saying, I can't do this, train yourself to ask, how can I do this? Instead of saying, this is too hard, tell yourself, I am getting stronger every day. A small shift in thinking creates a massive shift in results. The strongest minds are built by what they consume. Your brain is always listening. If you constantly expose yourself to negative news, toxic people, and self-doubt, your mind will be filled with fear and limitations. But if you surround yourself with empowering content, books, mentors, positive influences, you will naturally start to think and act differently. Think about the people who have the greatest impact on your thinking. Are they lifting you up or pulling you down? Are they encouraging you to grow or keeping you stuck? Jim Rohn once said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you want to master your mind, start by controlling who and what you allow into it. Beyond external influences, the words you tell yourself every day shape your mental strength. Self-talk is one of the most overlooked but powerful tools for mastering your mind. The way you speak to yourself determines how you feel, how you perform, and how you handle life's challenges. If you constantly tell yourself, I'm not smart enough, I'm not capable, or I always mess things up, your brain will find ways to prove you right. But if you replace those thoughts with, I am learning and improving, I can handle this, or I have everything I need to succeed, your brain will shift to a more powerful state of thinking. Another key to mastering your mind is learning to manage emotions effectively. Emotions are natural, but they should not control you. Mentally strong people understand that emotions like fear, anger, and frustration are signals, not dictators. They acknowledge these emotions, but they don't let them dictate their actions. Instead of reacting impulsively, they take a step back, analyze the situation, and make decisions based on logic and purpose rather than temporary feelings. One of the biggest enemies of a strong mind is fear. Fear is what keeps people stuck, what stops them from taking action, and what convinces them that they aren't capable of achieving their goals. But here's the truth. Fear is nothing more than a mental construct. It is a projection of the mind, an illusion that exists only if you give it power. The strongest minds face their fears head on. They don't wait until they feel ready, because they understand that courage is not the absence of fear. It's taking action despite the fear. If you want to master your mind, you must also master focus. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, television, endless notifications, all designed to steal your attention and weaken your ability to concentrate. A scattered mind is a weak mind, but a focused mind is unstoppable. Train yourself to focus on what truly matters. Eliminate distractions, set clear goals, and discipline yourself to direct your energy toward productive actions. Another critical aspect of mental strength is resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks. The reality is that life will not always go as planned. You will face challenges, obstacles, and failures. But mentally strong individuals don't see failure as the end. They see it as feedback. They use it as a lesson, adjust their approach, and keep moving forward. Think about Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1, 0, 0, 0, 0 ways that won't work." That's the mindset of a strong individual. They don't let failure define them. They let it refine them. Mental strength is not something you are born with. It is something you build. It is a skill that must be developed through practice, repetition, and conscious effort. The key is consistency. You don't master your mind overnight, but every day you make small improvements, you become stronger. Start today by being aware of your thoughts. Pay attention to the language you use, the influences you surround yourself with, and the way you react to challenges. Choose to think in a way that empowers you, not weakens you. Choose to believe in your ability to grow, to overcome, and to achieve greatness. Because in the end, the strongest people are not those who never struggle. They are the ones who refuse to let their struggles define them. And that strength, that power, that resilience, it all begins in the mind. Life is full of obstacles, challenges, and difficulties that often seem insurmountable. Many people, when faced with tough situations, instinctively retreat or give up, hoping for an easier path. But the truth is, growth doesn't come from avoiding difficulties. It comes from embracing them. Mental strength is built through the challenges we face. And those who choose to confront adversity head on are the ones who develop the resilience necessary to succeed. When you look at some of the most successful individuals in history, you will often find that they faced overwhelming odds. They didn't succeed because life was easy or because they had things handed to them. They succeeded because they learned to rise above the challenges they faced. They didn't run from hardship, they leaned into it and used it as fuel to propel them forward. Think about the process of forging steel. Steel is not made by putting a piece of iron into a comfortable, warm environment. It is forged by subjecting it to intense heat and pressure. It's in these extreme conditions that the iron transforms into something much stronger. The same is true for people. You are not made stronger by avoiding difficulties. You are made stronger by facing them, overcoming them, and using them as a foundation upon which to build your future success. One of the greatest misconceptions in today's world is that success should come easily or that life should be smooth sailing. This type of thinking creates a sense of entitlement where people expect things to happen without putting in the necessary effort. They avoid discomfort, and when challenges arise, they back down, believing that something must be wrong or that they are unqualified. But those who develop mental strength understand that discomfort and struggle are natural parts of the journey. Consider this: every challenge you face holds an opportunity. It is through challenges that you discover your true potential. When things go wrong, when life throws its toughest curveballs, that is when you have the chance to grow the most. It is easy to stay comfortable in good times, but comfort never leads to greatness. Greatness is born from discomfort, from facing the things you would rather avoid. Think about the most inspiring individuals throughout history. Whether it's athletes, business leaders, or artists, they have all faced obstacles that seemed impossible to overcome. What set them apart from others wasn't that they were lucky or naturally gifted. It was their willingness to face the challenges in front of them. The ability to persevere when things seemed bleak is what separated them from those who gave up. When you face a challenge, it's easy to get caught up in the negative emotions that accompany it. Fear, frustration, and self-doubt can all cloud your judgment. But mentally strong people don't let these emotions control them. Instead, they acknowledge them, but they don't give them the power to dictate their behavior. Instead of allowing a setback to define them, they reframe the situation. They ask themselves, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? What is this challenge teaching me? This mindset shift is what makes all the difference. When you change your perspective on challenges, you change your relationship with them. Instead of viewing them as roadblocks, you begin to see them as stepping stones. Every time you face a challenge and overcome it, you become a little bit stronger, a little bit wiser, and a little bit more capable of handling the next one. Resilience is key in this process. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward. It's the ability to stay grounded when everything around you feels chaotic. But resilience doesn't come naturally. It is developed. It is built through repeated exposure to adversity. The more you face challenges and rise above them, the more resilient you become. You begin to realize that no matter how difficult a situation may seem, you have the strength to endure and eventually emerge stronger. But mental toughness isn't just about facing challenges. It's also about maintaining a sense of optimism and hope. It's easy to get discouraged when things aren't going your way. But mentally strong people maintain a positive outlook even in the darkest times. They understand that every setback is temporary and that with persistence, success is inevitable. The ability to remain hopeful and keep pushing forward despite the odds is a trait that all mentally strong individuals share. When you encounter a challenge, it's natural to want to avoid it. It's natural to feel fear or anxiety about what lies ahead. But remember that your mind will try to protect you from discomfort. And that's why it's so important to push through those feelings. The ability to confront fear head on and take action, even when you're unsure of the outcome, is what sets the mentally strong apart from the rest. Over time, as you continue to confront and overcome challenges, you begin to develop a deep sense of self-confidence. You'll start to realize that there is very little in life that can break you. You'll know that no matter what comes your way, you have the strength, resilience, and determination to handle it. This self-assurance is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself, because once you truly believe in your ability to overcome anything, there is no limit to what you can achieve. The best part about embracing challenges is that it doesn't have to be done alone. Seek out mentors. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals who also understand the value of perseverance. These people will encourage you, push you to go further, and provide invaluable support when times get tough. The people you choose to surround yourself with can either lift you up or hold you back. Choose wisely. So I challenge you today to stop avoiding difficulties. Instead of wishing for an easier life, wish for the strength to face and overcome whatever challenges come your way. Understand that every obstacle is an opportunity to grow, and every challenge is a chance to become stronger, more resilient, and more capable of achieving your dreams. You can handle whatever life throws at you, because mentally strong people don't break under pressure. They thrive under it. Mental strength doesn't come from raw talent or natural ability. It comes from consistent, intentional effort. And one of the most powerful ways to develop mental toughness is through discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. It's the ability to stick to a course of action, regardless of the distractions, temptations, or obstacles that may arise. Without discipline, even the most brilliant ideas or grand aspirations will fall short. This is why the disciplined person has a significant advantage over others, especially when it comes to cultivating mental strength. Mental strength is built on the foundation of small, consistent actions. Every day you have a choice. You can either follow your impulses and act in the moment, or you can make decisions based on your long-term goals. Those who choose the latter, who consistently practice discipline, are the ones who forge real strength in their minds. Every time you act with discipline, you build your mental fortitude. Whether it's waking up early, exercising, working on a project, or resisting temptation, each small act of discipline compounds over time. It's easy to think that big success comes from big actions. But the truth is, success is made up of a series of small actions repeated consistently over time. Think about the compound effect. Small efforts, when consistently applied, lead to massive results. It's like planting seeds in a garden. At first, you may not see much happening above the surface, but over time, the roots are growing deeper and the plants are becoming stronger. Eventually, those efforts begin to manifest in visible results. But you can't expect to see growth if you're only planting seeds every once in a while, or if you abandon your efforts when the growth is slow. True discipline means showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's the act of sticking to a plan even when motivation wanes or when immediate results aren't visible. This is where mental strength truly takes shape. One key aspect of discipline is consistency. The most disciplined people aren't necessarily the most talented, but they are the ones who show up every day and do the work. They understand that it's not about achieving perfection or getting it right every single time. It's about showing up, putting in the effort, and committing to the process. Consistency is the key to building momentum. Small, repeated actions lead to habits, and those habits, in turn, shape your character and, ultimately, your success. Discipline also involves making sacrifices. Every choice you make means that you're saying no to something in order to say yes to something greater. When you choose discipline, you choose to delay immediate gratification for long-term gain. It's about saying no to the distractions that don't serve you, whether that's wasting time on social media, procrastinating, or indulging in unhealthy habits. It's about making the hard choice to stay focused on your priorities, even when it's tempting to do something easier or more fun. Mental strength is built by making these tough choices over and over again. Each time you choose to focus on what matters most, you are training your mind to be stronger, more resilient, and more purposeful. Discipline also requires a deep sense of personal responsibility. It's easy to blame others or external circumstances for why things aren't going well. But mentally strong people take full responsibility for their actions. They understand that they are in control of their own fate. They take ownership of their successes and their failures, and they use every experience as an opportunity to learn and grow. They don't make excuses, they make progress. This sense of responsibility is what drives them to take action, to keep moving forward, and to continue developing their mental toughness. Moreover, discipline is a choice. a conscious decision you make every day. No one else can force you to be disciplined. It's something that has to come from within. You have to decide that your goals and aspirations are worth the sacrifice. You have to decide that you're willing to put in the effort, no matter how hard it gets. Mental strength doesn't come from waiting for motivation to strike. It comes from deciding to act, regardless of how you feel in the moment. Discipline is the habit of taking action even when you don't feel like it. One of the most powerful tools for strengthening discipline is goal setting. Setting clear, specific goals gives you something to work toward and helps you stay focused. But it's not enough to just set goals. You have to create a plan and then take consistent action toward those goals every day. Without a clear plan of action, discipline can easily falter. This is where the importance of routines comes in. By creating a structured daily routine, you eliminate the decision-making process that can sometimes lead to procrastination. When you have a set routine, you know exactly what you need to do, and you do it, regardless of how you feel. Routines are an incredible tool for maintaining discipline because they turn actions into habits, and habits eventually become part of your identity. The power of self-discipline also comes from the way it trains your mind to stay calm and focused under pressure. When you practice discipline regularly, you become more adept at handling stress and adversity. You stop being swayed by distractions, and you learn to stay focused on the task at hand. Whether you're facing a tight deadline, a challenging situation, or unexpected setbacks, discipline allows you to keep a clear mind and stay on course. It's about learning to manage your emotions and not allowing external circumstances to dictate your actions. Discipline also teaches you the value of perseverance. It's easy to give up when things get tough, but the mentally strong understand that persistence is key. The road to success is rarely straight. It's often filled with setbacks, mistakes, and failures. But it's in these moments that discipline shines the brightest. When you keep going, even when things aren't going your way, you build resilience. And resilience is the backbone of mental strength. By continuing to put in the effort, regardless of the obstacles, you develop a deep well of inner strength that can carry you through any challenge. Ultimately, discipline is the backbone of mental strength. It's what keeps you moving forward, even when it's hard. It's what allows you to stay focused on your goals, to make sacrifices, and to overcome obstacles. Through discipline, you develop the mental toughness needed to face challenges with confidence, persist through adversity, and achieve long-term success. The key is to understand that discipline isn't a one-time act. It's a daily practice. And every small act of discipline compounds over time, ultimately leading to extraordinary results. So, embrace the power of discipline, and you'll build a mind that is not only strong, but unshakable. The environment you surround yourself with has a profound impact on your mental strength. You become who you spend time with, what you expose yourself to, and the experiences you engage in. Your environment isn't just about the physical space around you. It also includes the people you interact with, the media you consume, and the habits that form your daily routine. If you want to become mentally strong, you must be intentional about the environment you create for yourself. In fact, your environment is often one of the biggest determining factors in how successful and mentally tough you become. When you think about mental strength, one of the first things to consider is the influence of the people around you. Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." This simple yet powerful statement underscores a fundamental truth. The people in your life shape your mindset, your behavior, and your outcomes. If you're surrounded by negative, complacent, or unambitious individuals, you'll find yourself falling into the same pattern. Their doubts, fears, and limitations can seep into your own thinking, preventing you from reaching your full potential. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with positive, driven, and disciplined people, Their energy will uplift you, challenge you, and push you toward growth. Mentally strong individuals make a conscious effort to build relationships with those who encourage them to be better, do better, and think bigger. They understand that the right environment is a breeding ground for success, and they actively choose to place themselves in situations where they are supported, motivated, and inspired. The right people can teach you, guide you, and show you what is possible. They can also hold you accountable when you slip, reminding you of your goals and pushing you to stay the course. Beyond just the people around you, the media you consume plays a crucial role in shaping your mindset. In today's digital age, we are constantly bombarded with information, much of it negative or sensationalized. The news, social media, and entertainment often thrive on fear, conflict, and drama. When you immerse yourself in this type of content, it's easy to become overwhelmed, anxious, or pessimistic. Your thoughts and emotions are constantly being influenced by what you expose yourself to, and if you're filling your mind with negativity, it can be difficult to maintain mental strength. Mentally strong individuals are selective about the media they engage with. They understand the importance of guarding their minds from harmful content. Instead of mindlessly scrolling through negative news or immersing themselves in mindless entertainment, they prioritize content that nourishes their growth. They read books that expand their knowledge, watch videos that inspire them, and engage with materials that help them develop new skills or perspectives. By surrounding themselves with positive, uplifting, and educational content, they create an environment that supports their mental strength and fosters growth. Another key element of your environment is your daily habits and routines. Your habits determine the structure of your day and ultimately shape the quality of your life. Successful, mentally tough individuals understand that discipline starts with small, consistent actions. The key to building a strong mind lies in creating habits that reinforce the mental strength you want to cultivate. If your environment is filled with habits that weaken you, such as procrastination, disorganization, or poor health practices, then it becomes much harder to build mental resilience. But when you create habits that promote focus, productivity, and well-being, your environment works in your favor, helping you to stay mentally strong and consistent in your efforts. Start by looking at your daily routine. Are you waking up early and setting the tone for a productive day? Are you prioritizing your physical and mental health through exercise, proper nutrition, and adequate rest? Are you setting aside time to learn, grow, and work toward your goals? These simple habits, when practiced consistently, create an environment that nurtures your mental strength. It's important to note that your environment isn't just about your immediate surroundings. It's about the routines that shape your daily life. By aligning your habits with your goals and values, you create an environment that supports your mental growth. The people you spend time with, the media you consume, and the habits you cultivate are all interconnected, and they work together to create your environment. But perhaps one of the most powerful aspects of controlling your environment is the ability to remove toxic influences. In any environment, there are things, whether they be people, habits, or situations, that can drain your energy and undermine your mental strength. Toxic relationships, unhealthy routines, and negative influences can all prevent you from becoming the mentally strong person you aspire to be. Removing these negative influences isn't always easy, especially if they've been a part of your life for a long time. However, it's an essential step in strengthening your mind. Sometimes, this means distancing yourself from people who bring you down or who don't support your growth. It may require breaking free from habits that don't serve you, such as procrastination or unhealthy coping mechanisms. And in some cases, it may mean stepping away from environments that are hindering your progress, such as a job that drains your energy or a social circle that encourages negative thinking. When you actively remove toxic influences from your environment, you create space for growth. You allow room for positive relationships, healthy habits, and inspiring influences to take root. This process may require difficult decisions, but it's a necessary step toward building a mentally strong mindset. The stronger your environment, the stronger you will be. Finally, creating the right environment also involves nurturing your internal world. It's not enough to just change the people you interact with or the media you consume. You must also be intentional about cultivating an inner environment that supports mental strength. This means practicing mindfulness, self-compassion, and self-awareness. It means learning to manage your thoughts, emotions, and reactions so that you can maintain a calm and focused mind, even in the face of adversity. A strong mind isn't just influenced by external factors. It is also shaped by how you think, feel, and respond to the world around you. In conclusion, if you want to build mental strength, you must first understand the power of your environment. The people you surround yourself with, the content you consume, the habits you practice, and the toxic influences you eliminate all play a vital role in shaping your mindset. By consciously designing an environment that supports your growth and well-being, you create the conditions necessary for mental toughness to thrive. The stronger your environment, the stronger you become. And with a strong environment in place, there is no limit to what you can achieve.